Hello, I'm just Kiran Kaur, a PhD candidate and Senior Research Fellow for the Sikh Education Council. Today I'm going to tell you a story about a great and inspirational leader called Maharani Jind Kaur. She was the last queen of the Punjab and led the Sikh Empire at a crucial point in Sikh history. I like this story because it is a reminder that even when we suffer pain, struggle and despair, we can be courageous, fearless and strong. Maharani Jind Kaur was the wife of the infamous ruler Maharaja Ranjit Singh and the mother of Maharaja Dalip Singh. After her husband's death and the uncertainty over who would become the next ruler, the throne eventually passed to her young son. However, as a result of his young age, she became the queen of the Punjab and took over the Sikh Empire. At the time she was ruling, the Sikh Empire was under threat from other empires in the region. Maharani Jind Kaur has been described as the bravest queen of the Punjab who did the Kingdom of Punjab proud. She spent her life fighting to protect the Sikh Empire and resisting the rule of the British. It is noted that she was a beautiful young woman, and her beauty was used to portray her as a woman that was incapable of being nothing other than a pretty young woman. Despite this, she was a strong leader who was able to unite the Sikhs during a time period of struggle and unrest. During her reign, she was exiled, and her young son, Maharaja Dalip Singh, was taken to Britain. During her exile, she was tortured both physically and emotionally, but eventually she escaped and sought refuge in Nepal. Eventually, towards the end of her life, Maharani Jind Kaur and her son were reunited, and she was the first Sikh woman to arrive in Britain. During this reunion, Maharani Jind Kaur told her son stories about the history of the Sikh Empire and his charismatic father. As a result of this, she ignited a fire within her son that inspired him to reconnect with his faith that he had lost when he came to Britain. Maharani Jind Kaur's life is inspirational because she continued to fight for her strong values and beliefs despite her difficulties. She never gave up on her faith, even in the most difficult times, and was an icon, and rose to be the heroine that was desperately needed. Her bravery and leadership turned the tide in one of the most important points in Sikh history. Through her inspirational leadership, she was able to inspire her son, Maharaja Dalip Singh, to learn more about his faith. Her story is one of pain, struggle, and despair, but it's also one of courage, fearlessness, and strength.